In this video, we shall prove that any two disjoint cycles commute. That means if alpha and beta are two cycles having symbols x1, x2, xm and y1, y2, yn and no symbol is common, then alpha beta is same as beta alpha. Okay, so alpha is having m symbols x1, x2, xm and beta is having n symbols y1, y2, yn, but there may be more symbols also. So let us take all the symbols and let us denote this set by x. So x contains all the symbols x1, x2, xm. These are symbols appearing in alpha. Y1, y2, yn, these are the symbols appearing in beta, and z1, z2, zk are the other symbols that are not appearing in alpha and not appearing in beta. Now because Zi is not appearing in alpha as well as in beta, so alpha of Zi will be equal to Zi and beta of Zi will be equal to Zi. This will be for each I. So alpha and beta both fix the symbol Zi. Now to prove that alpha beta is the same map as beta alpha, we have to show that alpha beta on any x is same as beta alpha on any x, because two maps are equal if their images are equal for all domain elements. The symbol x on which we have to show that alpha beta of x is same as beta alpha of x can be either any xi, or it can be any yi, or it can also be any zi. So accordingly we divide the proof into three cases. First case, we take that x is some xi for some I where I varies from 1 to m. We show that alpha beta of xi is same as beta alpha of xi. So let us apply alpha beta on xi. So first we will apply beta and then alpha. So beta of xi is simply xi, because beta is the cycle y1, y2, yn, so no xi appears in beta, so beta will definitely fix the symbol xi. So we are left with alpha of xi. Now what alpha does to xi? It changes x1 to x2, changes x2 to x3 and so on, and lastly xm to x1. So let us write alpha of xi equal to I xi plus 1, with the understanding that when I is m, that means xm plus 1 is simply x1. So under alpha beta xi goes to xi plus 1. Now let us apply beta alpha on xi. So first we apply alpha. So alpha of xi is xi plus 1, and because beta fixes all xi, so beta of xi plus 1 is xi plus 1. So alpha beta xi and beta alpha xi both are equal to xi plus 1. So that means these two are equal. So this proves the first case. In case 2, we assume that x is equal to yi for some I between 1 to n. So let us first apply alpha beta on yi. So first we apply beta and then alpha. Beta of yi is yi plus 1, because beta changes y1 to y2, y2 to y3 and so on. Again with the understanding that if it is the last symbol, then it will go to the first symbol. So yi plus 1 will be y1 if I is equal to n. Now because alpha fixes all yi's, so alpha of yi plus 1 is simply yi plus 1. And beta alpha of yi is equal to beta of alpha of yi. Alpha fixes yi, so this is beta of yi, and beta of yi is yi plus 1. So we see that alpha beta yi is same as beta alpha of yi for all I equal to 1 to n, and this proves the second case when x is any of the yi. In the third and last case, we assume that x is equal to zi for some I between 1 to k. Now alpha and beta both fix each Zi because no Zi appears in alpha and beta. So both will fix Zi. So alpha beta of Zi is equal to alpha of beta of Zi. Beta of Zi is Zi. So it is alpha of Zi and again Zi. Similarly, beta alpha of Zi is also Zi. So alpha beta and beta alpha agree on each Zi and hence on each x in X. So they agree on each symbol. So this implies that alpha beta is same as beta alpha. This proves that disjoint cycles commute with each other.